most people are like, "You're crazy." The mind of, like, stability. You need a 9 to 5, the traditional, right? So that's kind of what you experienced? Your parents were like, "You're nuts."
Absolutely. I think my family was more afraid of just seeing me online because I've always been this vibrant person at home, and they're like, "Please don't do this in public."
Oh, so they were just more modest or they're more conservative. Okay.
Yes, and then when I started to post my funny videos, they're like, "Oh my god, Myra's doing it."
Oh, dear, but yeah, you know what? And I've seen some of your content. I think it's very cute. I think it's tasteful. I don't see it, it's people love it. People love what you're posting. So I think it's great. There's a following for everything. You'd be surprised when you put content out there, right? And I'm sure you know. So what we're gonna do real quick is we're gonna take a short break. We'll be right back and we'll continue talking with Mayra some more about what she's planning on doing. So make sure you guys stay tuned.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. Presently brought to you by Rain-X. In Geneva, drivers can expect continued lane closures along East State Street this week as AT&T and Nicor Gas relocate underground utilities ahead of a major reconstruction project set to start in spring 2026. AT&T is finishing work near Simpson Street before moving to ductwork between Route 25 and Chrissy Avenue, which will require an overnight eastbound closure. Nicor crews are also active east of Ridge and Briar Lane, shifting eastbound traffic north and reducing Route 38 to one lane each way. Additional westbound lane restrictions are in place as work continues. Officials say all schedules remain weather dependent. A major fire at Meadowdale Apartments in Carpentersville displaced 23 families over the weekend. The blaze, which broke out early Saturday, spread from the first floor to the roof, causing an estimated $2 million in damages. One person was treated for smoke inhalation at the scene. The village set up a temporary shelter at the Public Works building, providing food, clothing, and essential supplies. Officials say donations have been strong, and the American Red Cross will hold an intake meeting today for families seeking long-term support. Authorities in Kane County are investigating a Batavia chiropractor accused of secretly filming patients, including minors, while nude or undressing. David Hansen, owner of Hansen Family Chiropractic, was arrested in November on multiple felony charges, including child pornography and unauthorized recording. Investigators say hidden cameras were placed in therapy rooms and more than 1,500 tips from potential victims have been received. Hansen remains in jail with his next court date set for January 8th, and officials are continuing to identify and reach out to possible victims. The TSA says starting February, air travelers without a real ID will face a $45 fee at security checkpoints. The upgraded ID has technically been required since May, but passengers had been given warnings until now. Homeland Security says 94% of travelers are already compliant and urges others to upgrade soon. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
The holidays are back at Starbucks, so share the season with a peppermint mocha. Starbucks signature espresso, velvety mocha, and cool peppermint notes, topped with whipped cream and dark chocolate curls. Together is the best place to be at Starbucks.
Find what you love and love what you find at Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, find what you love only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly, B21.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like fences. A house with a big yard and a white picket fence was always the dream. But then you saw the price to install a fence and you're wondering if the color is driving the price up. Nobody ever dreams of a beige or a gray picket fence, right? So maybe those fences are cheaper. But no, they're not. Then you remember that switching your home and auto to Progressive could save you hundreds and make all your dreams of a fence come true. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Welcome to downtown Elgin, where businesses, community, and creativity come together. The Downtown Neighborhood Association provides valuable complimentary services to all downtown businesses, organizations, property owners, and residents, helping you gain exposure and thrive. Whether you're already part of the district or exploring a new downtown location, DNA is here to help your vision grow. Join us in creating a vibrant, connected, and successful downtown Elgin. Call now 847-488-1456, or you can email info@downtownelgin.com. As for Jennifer Facala, Downtown Neighborhood Association, where the heart of business beats strong.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Hot Hands, America's favorite hand warmers. Today, patchy blowing snow before 9 a.m., then a chance of snow between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. Cloudy with a high near 31, temperatures falling to around 26 in the afternoon. Gusty winds up to 25 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 0. Currently, it is 26 degrees and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
The holidays are back at Starbucks, so share the season with a peppermint mocha. Starbucks signature espresso, velvety mocha, and cool peppermint notes, topped with whipped cream and dark chocolate curls. Together is the best place to be at Starbucks.
Find what you love and love what you find at Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, find what you love only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly, B21.
We are back. Super excited. We've been talking about content creation. You are watching the Wise Coffee Chat Show on WRMN 1410, and you're listening to the Wise Coffee Chat Show on WRMN 1410. But we have here Mayra, and I'm enjoying the conversation because she's social media, she's a content creator, she's an influencer, and you've been doing this for 2 years, your own content creation, correct?
Yes.
And then you've been actually as an entrepreneur doing it for other brands and businesses for the last 6 months. How exciting is that?
It's so exciting. I think that this is like the best, I would say, like, business to be in right now because it's always growing. You're always surrounded by different people who are passionate. And just being around with people with passion makes me very excited to keep going. I'm very thrilled to want to collaborate with people and keep growing as well.
So tell me, like, when did you know? Because how many followers do you have on, is it 20K on Insta?
On Insta, I believe it's 16.4.
16.4. And then what other social media platforms are you very active on?
Mostly my Instagram is the one that I'm most active. I do have TikTok, but it's under like 5,000 followers. I have YouTube, but it's under like 100 followers. I focus mostly on Instagram.
Listen, at even at those numbers, that's amazing, right? Because I think a lot of times people be like, oh, you need 100, 200, 300, whatever, 1,000 followers. And yes, the more followers, the better, but you can still make a good killing and a good amount of money and get clients and get exposure with less. Like, it doesn't and I've learned this over the years, just what is it? Quantity is not quality.
Mm,
But if you have a solid following, even if it's 5,000, 2,000, but they're like on you religiously and they tune in and they support. And anytime you say, hey, I'm going to have this event, and then 20 people, 100 people show up, like I know if I put an event out there with my following, I'll get people to show up. Like I'm not worried. The last event I did, I don't know if you saw, I did a cafeton event and I put it some of my guys were there, and I put it out there, and I remember the restaurant was like, "You haven't promoted it yet, Jennifer. Are you sure we're gonna have enough people show up?" I, I got it. Trust me, they'll show up. I'm not worried at all. And
yes.
I had over 75 people show up, and I posted it within a week. It was a week.
Mhm.
Now, is that good marketing? Probably not. I probably should have given myself a lot more time. But I know that once you have a solid following, the numbers really they matter. But in that sense, it didn't, right? Or what are your thoughts since you also have been doing this?
Absolutely. Even when I first started, I told myself, do not get discouraged. If there's only one follower that I have, I am committed to this one
Oh
follower.
wow, I love that.
And over time, I built such a great following and community here in
Are you
Chicago
guys taking notes?
that I love my community here. And like you said, maybe it's like 500, but you host an event and 40 of them come and they're your followers, your friends, they're your clients.
Yeah.
It's just like a full circle moment. So I definitely agree with that.
And it's as long as it's solid, right? And
Mhm.
they're like there and they're liking your stuff and you influence and like something as simple as like, and I know you probably really do this a lot because you're more in the beauty and all that. But you say you do everything, but like I'll put a picture up and I'll be like, where'd you buy that skirt from? I'm like, oh, here's the link. Give me some
Yes.
residual. I'll send you a link
Yes.
from Amazon. But I'm not even intentionally doing it. It's just people will watch your stuff. So I've said this, I had someone follow me for 8 straight years on social media.
Wow.
And it's kind of crazy because I talked to her not too long ago, sweet woman, and she was like, "I saw everything, Jennifer, from when you started your business, from when you went to your divorce, from when you had your second child." And she's telling me my life. And I was like, "This is bizarre that you are just regurgitating everything that you've seen within the last 8 years of my life." And that's just how people follow you. They're just religiously following you. It's
Mhm.
amazing.
Yes, that I have the same experience as well, where I started to know that people were watching my content now because I would go to either like a local restaurant where I created a food video or review, and people approach me, "I saw your video and I went to that restaurant. Thank you for promoting it." Or, "Hey, I'm not a content creator, but I'm a content supporter and I support you." I'm like, "Oh my God, thank you so much."
That's really cool.
So it's been such a beautiful, I always say I'm blessed, so blessed for having this opportunity.
I love that. So what would be like your biggest tip? Give us like 2 big tips that you would share, and just for like someone that's just starting out and they're like, "Man, I want to build content." What would you be your 2 biggest things that you would tell them to start doing with that?
I would say to take a moment and really reflect of who you are and if you're ready to step into this, because it's not just creating content, it's also being ready to be in this space. I think anyone has a story. I talk to clients all the time, or creators, or just people who may be interested in creating content, and they tell me, I just don't know how to show up online. I'm lost and confused. I'm like, okay, well, why do you want to do this? Right. And so just finding if you are willing to put yourself out there. If you don't want to put yourself out there, you just want to be behind the scenes. There's so many things that you can do with content as well nowadays. And the other thing is, after you determine that, would just be find a support group or a community to stay consistent, to stay in the loop of what is happening around you, build support. And content creation can get very discouraging. I think it takes a lot of somebody to say, okay, today I want to create content. If you are not in that mindset, So meeting with other people who are already creating
I
content
love that what you're saying right now.
helps so much. And that's why I'm building this community so people can meet, network, and collaborate.
I love that because you know what? I say this all the time. People are like, I don't think about this. Like, you have to be on. And I know you get it. You have to be on all the time, meaning this is great content. Let me shoot all the time. And it's almost like I don't want to say an obsession, but it's just always in the forefront. You have to be always willing to jump on, create content, make a video. Oh, this is great footage. Let me shoot right now. Right. It's a little annoying. Now, how do you find the time to edit? Now, that's the see. And I love that what you said that there's other roles. You could be editors, you could be camera operators. You can create the actual content, not necessarily be the face of the content, right? So how do you find time to edit? That's now because sometimes I find myself like 3 videos a day. Oh, CapCut. I'm sitting there like editing. Like, how do you do that?
At first, I would edit every single day and I would get burnout. So I ended up just developing either picking one day a week. And I said, okay, this day a week, I am going to start editing all my videos. So if throughout the week I was taking pictures or recording, I would just leave it in a storage, pick one day a week if it was a Tuesday, and then that day dedicate at least 3 to 4 hours of just editing everything,
Wow.
taking a break to self-soothe your mind away from it, then coming back to it and finishing the editing. And I feel like that has worked the
I
most.
love that tip. One full day. Just dedicate one day out of your week just for editing.
Mhm.
Which I mean, we get it. We get it a lot, dedicating, especially so you do mainly reels. Is that what you focus on your social media?
I love photography too.
Okay.
So I first, when I was creating photos or content, it was just photos of my outfits, and people would tell me, "Why are you not posting this publicly?" And I was like, "Oh, it's just for me because I like how the outfit looks." Like, no, post it publicly and tag every person, like you said earlier. Like tag who bought where you bought this dress and things like that. So that's how I started. But I do like photography. I love making reels as well.
Yeah, you do. So it's funny because I can go back. I have at least a good 10 reels I could put up on social media, like right now, but I haven't even found the time to edit. And I have some cool spaces I've gone to, and I'm sitting there like, oh, Jennifer, find the time to edit this reel. You need to get this out there so people can see it. Um, so I love that you're saying that because it's true. Once you're on now, you just got to find to edit the content or find help, right, to edit
Mhm.
the content too. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there, but I think it's different when you're the content creator. You have a vision in your mind and you do specific shots, right? So you want to edit it a certain way because that's why you got that shot the way you got the shot. Sometimes people don't know what's in your brain, so sometimes I could see that being a little bit difficult. So now that you're doing what you're doing, helping businesses build their own brands, then what are the next steps for Maida and what are you looking to start doing for your community, your followers, and all that stuff?
Absolutely. So I have two locations now. The content has two creative hubs. One of them is in Southside Chicago. It's called Effortless Look Headquarters. The other location is in Munster, Indiana at Sweet Lux. With these two locations, we are hosting creator nights for anyone who is interested in content creation and meeting or networking creatives, entrepreneurs, business owners. You're welcome to come to these places. The links are always in my bio. I will be posting more as they develop. But these are going to be communities here in Chicago, and I really want us to get Chicago on the social map.
So are you looking to bring in more creators together? Is this going to be kind of like a community for creators where you teach more stuff for creators? Is that kind of the vision or you just anyone?
It's mostly aimed for people who want to create content or want to learn about content because they are going to be information of workshops, collaborations, brands, and even businesses who are looking for maybe a content creator or someone to come and help them with social media. This is an opportunity for them to also collaborate with other people. With content creation, it's such a huge space that I personally cannot help everybody
No,
as much as I want. So I really like to teach my community to help each other so then we can all continue to grow.
I love that. I think I would love to go to one of those and then even bring some students with me
Yes.
that want to go and kind of learn and be around being around creatives, man. Like I'm just gonna say that because being here like at Illinois Media School, I shut off the creativity for a little bit because I know how to do all of this stuff, right? Creating content. When I started teaching back in March here, and I started being around all the students and being around all the creators and watching their work, it was like it made me want to create more content. It made me like, oh my God, it inspired me again. So I could see why having a community for content creation or content creators is so inspirational because it's just gonna make you continue to do things and hold you accountable, make and challenge you. Like if they could do it, I could do it, right? Is that kind of the thought process behind it, or even more? You just want to put Chicago on the map.
Yes, absolutely. Just getting people more involved in content creation and social media, growing their presence and opportunities. I think that many people don't think that social media can create career opportunities and it can.
Yeah, all my clients have always came through social media. Honestly, social media or like regular guerrilla marketing of just being out there networking, putting flyers out, right? That's
Mm.
usually typically how anytime I've ever worked with anyone in any capacity, it's social media. And my cup of tea is Facebook. Right? Facebook has always been my playground because I've been on it for so many years. I'm older, guys. I'm a lot older. But now I'm building the Instagram side, but Facebook has been my thing, my area. So you love Instagram, and you're building your TikTok right now, right? And I get what you're saying. Like sometimes you put something out there and you're like, this is gonna get so many hits and so many views and so many people are gonna like it. And it's like, wah, it didn't do anything on social.
Yes.
But I like that you said years later you might get some likes and some follows, right?
Yes, absolutely. And every platform is different. So maybe understanding each platform, how they work, and where your people are following you the most. So I stay true to my Instagram because that's where my people follow me the most. However, TikTok is new to me. I'm learning the ropes of it. I have more fun in TikTok, so
Yeah, that's fine.
it's definitely fun content.
It baffles me when I see a social media like content and it's someone drawing and then they have like 500 viewers as
Mhm.
someone's just sitting there and drawing. The person's
Yes.
not talking, the person's not doing anything. They're literally live and people are just watching them. Or like
Mhm.
I do enjoy watching like the DJs that they're just, doing their thing and they're just playing their music in their room.
Yes.
And I sit there like, wow, there's content for everybody. Don't laugh at me. I was watching like a fisherman. This is the weirdest. I don't know how I got. You guys are gonna laugh. Okay, I started following like guys that like fish and want to catch like weird fishes. So it was actually really interesting because I didn't even think like there's a community for this. But then I started watching his videos, like, we're gonna catch a great white shark today. And then he's out there in his boat and looking for the shark in the middle of the night. And it's all like he's excited. But then I saw all the brands he aligned himself with affiliates. So
Mhm.
it was like the this pro shop, Bass Pro Shop, partnered with him, and then this type of fishing pole company partnered with him. I was
Mhm.
like, man, he found his niche and just kept building on that niche, and it was looking for weird fish. I
Yes.
don't even remember the YouTuber's name, but for there, I sat at least a good 2 hours watching his videos.
Yes, it's like that. One of my favorite stories I tell is about this older gentleman. He would go to restaurants and play songs when people are at the restaurant, right? And me being a foodie, he came and approached me. He's like, "Oh, I charge $25 a song, and I will sing you a song." And I was like, "How about you sing the public a song? I go live, and then whatever you commission you get to take home. Let's just test it out." He was like, "Okay, let's do it." Till now, he's on TikTok. He doesn't go to restaurants anymore. All he does is just goes live to sing songs online. And he's an older gentleman. Sometimes he's like, let me fix my glasses, but he's so adorable. I think the people love him, can connect with him. And just having that feeling that you don't have to go to a restaurant as well to listen to live music. You can listen to it live when he goes live every day.
Oh, that's super cool. And you helped him. That's so cool, right? That's actually really inspirational. I guess anyone can create content. You just have to trust yourself, throw yourself out there, and hope that whatever you put out there, someone's gonna like it,
Yes.
you know? And I'm sure there's so many creative things that we could put out there, right? I mean, you remember the trend of like the slime, right? Kids that
Oh,
love the
yes.
slime trends, right?
Mhm.
At one point everyone loved that. I don't know, what do guys like? What do guys follow on social media? Sports. Oh, duh.
Sports.
All the guys here are like sports. Okay. I don't follow sports, so I can't, but I get that. Like, so guys follow sports. But there's the food stuff, right? I at one point just going to restaurants and recording food. That's to me, that's all fun, and it makes me hungry. So I love food, anyways, in general. But
Yes.
what other advice would you give, especially for someone that might be struggling with their social media presence? Maybe they're like, I am doing it, I haven't figured out my niche, I go on live, I haven't been getting the likes that I want. What would you tell someone like that?
Find someone that inspires you, whether it's a mentor, a coach, or someone you follow online, and get fueled by that inspiration.
So do you mean like mimic the person almost in a sense, or is it just like follow their content and get inspired by them?
I would say always find your own voice, your own authenticity online, but follow someone that inspires you. Maybe you would like to watch this type of content, and that's how you develop what your niche could start off. I have friends who have told me, I follow this workout person because it motivates me to go to the gym. And I was like, oh, yeah, me too. I need motivation.
Yeah, that's true.
And I was like, I'm not going to create gym content, but it motivates me to go to the gym. So, whatever inspires you or motivates you, find those people online. If you want to become a creator for beauty, follow people who create content for beauty.
Yeah, I love that. It's of course that makes sense, right? So if you're trying to create sports content, I would assume you guys are going to follow guys that are creating sports content, right? That's awesome. So you got what are the events called again? The content house? I'm sorry, apologize. What is it called again?
Yes. So the content house is going to be having creator nights. And those creator nights are Wednesday nights, Friday nights, depending on the location. There are different dates.
Okay.
And also starting January, this is something very new. I have developed a new workshop called the CEO Content Day. So the CEO Content Day brings together the entrepreneur side with content creation. We are hosting a day of creating content with women who are bringing their entrepreneur skills too
Oh, very
and creating
nice.
content as well, because I do believe that there is a good line with both of them cross and those skills can be applied.
Well, yeah, I mean, the reality is creating content. I always say it should funnel into something else. You should be selling something, promoting something, doing something. Don't just
Mhm.
create content in hopes that you get affiliates and maybe like I was showing, I forgot who I was showing, but like I created an Amazon. You can create links so that when you buy things and you promote products or promote clothing, or I even promote books. So like if I'm promoting a book and I put a link, it's usually tracked by Amazon, and then I'll get a kickback when someone buys it, right? So it's like always have something that you can sell when you're posting, because if people are following you, then you're like, hey, I got this great thing that I'm gonna start, like a networking event or a workshop, or I've always been like, I got a retreat coming up. Oh, when is, they want to sign up. Oh, I got a conference, or I'm going to launch a book. People are ready. Like, where can I purchase? Where can I? Because people want to feel more connected to you. Like they want to feel more connected to whoever they're following. So if there's opportunities to support or show up or meet you, they'll do it. And that's what I love about social media. I mean, I don't know how old you are, but I've been around social media before it even became what it is now.
Yes.
MySpace. I don't know. Anyone remember MySpace?
I had a MySpace.
You had a
I had a
MySpace?
MySpace.
MySpace? No, look, I see a no over there. Do you remember Latino Planet or Black Planet? Do you remember any
No,
of
no.
those? Oh, okay, there we go. We got. Oh no, he's just saying 2 minutes. I'm like, oh, he remembers Black Planet. He remembers. He's my. I think he's closer to my age. Or even what's the other one? Or even Yahoo, right? ASL, age, sex, location. You would go in those little chat rooms and just talk to people. Like, you don't remember that?
I don't remember those.
Okay, then I
MySpace, I do. MySpace.
MySpace. Well, this has been a great conversation. Thank you, Mayra, for being here. If they want to reach out to you, where would they go to reach out to you?
Yes, thank you, Jennifer. So you can find me at the Content House Shy or Oh My Myra. It's OHMYMAI double A at the end.
Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you so much for watching the Wise Coffee Chat Show on WRMN 1410. Stay tuned next week. We're going to keep having great guests. You guys have amazing rest of your week. God bless.
Bye.